I love the show and what I've seen of it so far. Can you both just tell me a little bit about your characters and how they fit into this story?
Bea es una chica que es muy independiente, el fuego, es una chica muy apasionada en donde quiere salir adelante y quiere pues encontrar un estilo de vida diferente al que tiene, cansada de su cultura y su familia y el hecho de que no pueda hacer muchísimas cosas por el simple hecho de ser mujer, y se encuentra con Ludo. La primera vez en una fiesta y se da cuenta de todo un mundo diferente al de ella y que le gusta un montón, y él le va a abrir un montón de puertas también.
So Bea is an independent girl. She represents like fire. She is passion. She wants to have a different lifestyle than what she is living now. She's tired of the culture, the family she is surrounded by, and tired of the fact that she cannot do things just because she's a woman. And then one day she meets Ludovico at a party, and he introduces her into this different world that she likes and opens her a lot of doors.
Ludo comes from a completely different background compared to the one that Mahdi and Bea belongs to, and he's from a very from a higher social class. So he was born with like in a world full of opportunities. But actually, and he's very able to navigate all the different worlds that we present in this TV series. Effortlessly, but what he hides is that actually he feels alone, and so there's like this void that he tries to fill with drugs, with living the kind of life that he's living. And then when he meets Bea, and then is able to introduce Bea to Mahdi, and so make him see her with a complete different set of eyes, he's finally feels like he found a place in the world and that he finds the family that he always wanted to have.
I think the series, it just looks really cool. It's very like stylistic, the whole kind of the visual experience for the viewer. Did you get a sense for that when you guys were filming? Did it feel quite sort of cinematic almost, the sets and the whole sort of look of the show?
I think from the inside it's always harder to have that outside perspective of how it looks like or whatever. So it was, but definitely like even from the inside, it was great. It was marvelous, and it was really helpful to for us for building our characters. Because I think personally, as Ludo, I relied on the locations and the sets to find inspiration, to find that quirkiness, to find that life in my character that I was. So I could find it around me, and so then it was easier to infuse that within my character.
Yeah, I would say I usually don't like to watch the scenes when I'm on set, because I feel like weird. But I had this sense on set that everything was just so beautiful and so cinematographic.
Yeah.
I think it's gonna look super cool. I haven't watched it yet.
We haven't watched it, so we trust you on that.
Yeah, you should. But Laura, I was going to ask you, because I mean, in terms of like relatable themes in this and trying to connect to your character, I thought the feeling your character's got that kind of conflict of being loyal to her family, to her background, and yet wanting to spread her wings to step out into the world. Was that something that you could resonate with at all?
Yo creo que todos siempre tenemos como un conflicto cuando nacemos con nuestra familia, de dónde somos. Pero sobre todo Bea es una chica que no entiende por qué su cultura le dice que no puede hacer las cosas que ella quiere hacer solamente por el hecho de que es ser mujer. Entonces ese conflicto es lo que le hace a ella impulsarse hacia adelante y querer ser diferente a lo que conoce, ¿no? Ella no quiere estar en esa misma cultura en donde la mujer está en la casa y la mujer es la que tiene que hacer caso, y creo que eso como a nivel actoral me ayudó muchísimo para saber cuál era este impulso que yo quería llevar como Bea, ¿no? Como el saber que su madre pertenece a esa cultura y que todo el tiempo la está jalando a que tiene que ser así y poder llegar a entenderla, pero querer ser diferente.
Well, I think that we all have conflicts when we are born, conflicts with our family, with the place we come from. And Bea, apart from these conflicts, doesn't understand why her culture doesn't allow her to do things just for being a woman. So there's this inner conflict which also triggers her to overcome all these cultural stereotypes. And this also helped me as an actor on the scene. Also the fact that, there's this relationship with the mother who tries to stick to tradition and her wanting to go out to the world and express herself in different ways.
So I'm from London, so obviously it's a real kind of melting pot of lots of different cultures and people from all over the world. And I think this show really showed that kind of city life and that the importance of multiculturalism and learning from other people from different parts of the world. Was that partly what you of something that appealed to you both when it's in terms of getting involved in this project? This kind of celebration of a diversity of cultures.
Definitely, yeah. I think that personally that was a big part of why I was so interested in doing this project, because it really shows how different worlds can coexist within the same city. And that's really like what's happening right now and how this world that we live in is at the moment. And I think in our case was also reflected by the diversity that we had behind the camera. So that was also really important to have an international crew. So people coming from all around the world. I think that was really great personally as an actor to meet and work with such wonderful artists coming from all around the world.
Sí, yo creo también como yo personalmente como colombiana llegué a un país a aprender una nueva lengua y aprender también una nueva cultura que es la italiana, pero también tenía que encontrarme con otro mundo que es la periferia y como todo el gueto de Milán, que principalmente es latinoamericano, ¿no? Y era muy interesante para mí como latina descubrir estas dos culturas en donde me sentía muy acogida con los latinos y se podía sentir también en el set. O sea, era muy chistoso los días que grabábamos los latinos porque se sentía esa vibra, esa pasión, la música, éramos todo el tiempo bailando, todo el tiempo cantando, y cuando eran los días de italianos era todo un poquito más tranquilo, hablaban muy duro, pero ese choque cultural, no solamente en escena, sino también atrás, fue súper interesante. Y como también a nivel de lugares, en el caso como de Alessandro, que interpreta a Ludovico, cómo se ve la Milán que conocemos, la Milán burgués, la Milán en donde pues sabemos la foto, el Duomo, todo, ¿no? Y no conocemos esa Milán, que es la Milán del Blocco, en donde es mucho más tranquila, es mucho más internacional en el sentido de son los que laboran, son los que trabajan, ¿no? en la ciudad.
Well, to me, I am Colombian and I came here to discover a new country. I had to learn a new language and also to understand a new culture. But also there's different sides to the city because Milan is an Italian city, but in the suburbs, in the ghettos of Milan, there are a lot of Latin Americans. So to me, being a South American girl, it was interesting to also discover this culture, the other side to the city. I felt very welcomed by the Latin American community here in Milan when we were shooting the scenes of the suburbs with the Latinos. There was music on set, you could feel this vibe, people singing and dancing, and while the scenes with the Italians were very much calmer and quieter. So there's an interesting cultural shock that was felt on set and also off set, so in the city. And as Ludovico also Ludo represent the bourgeoisie of Milan, you know, what you see also on the postcards, the Duomo, etc. That's a side of Milan, but then there's the Milan of the block, which is more international, and where people who work live, the real people who make the city go on live.
Okay.
Brilliant. Thank you so much for your time, guys, and best luck with the series. Maybe we'll meet again for series 2. Take care.
Ciao.
Ladies and gentlemen, you're watching Hey You Guys!
Hey You Guys, huh?
Hey, you guys.
Is that from the Goonies?
It is indeed, yes.
Nice.
Hey!